So today we're going to talk about relations. All right. Just like in life, in math, you have a lot of different types of relationships. Okay. There are relationships that you have with your mom, with your dad, with your best friend, with your boyfriend, with the HEB girl, with the guy who works in McDonald's. You even have a relationship with me. These are all different types of relationships. Okay. And we're going to focus on functions starting tomorrow. But today we just want to talk about what a relation is in math. And tomorrow, like I said, we will get more specific. So in math, a relation is a set of ordered pairs connecting two things together. Okay? A relation is a set of ordered pairs that connects two things together. Okay? Most of the time, what you've been dealing with is like X and Y. Okay? Like when you're plotting a point or you're getting the coordinates, we have an X and we have a Y. Those two things are related in that particular graph to make the point. Other things that could be related, how much you spend, how many pairs of pants you buy, and how much money you ended up spending. Okay? How long has the water been draining from the tub, and how much water is left? Okay? Each of those things have a relation. Every problem we do, the relationship is going to change. Then one problem, your X number might mean that your Y number is going to be, when your X number is 1, your Y number might be 4. And then the very next problem we do, when X is 1, your Y number might be negative 10. Right? So the relationship between the numbers changes all the time, but they're still related somehow. So let's talk about the different ways that numbers are going to be related in algebra class. Relations can be shown in a variety of different ways. One way is with an equation, where it tells you what one variable is related to the other variable. This is the most simple equation that we have, the parent function y equals x. So whatever the x number is, the y number would be the same. If x was 4, y would be 4. If x was negative 7, y would be negative 7. So this is one way to show a relation between two things. Another way is through a set of ordered pairs. In a set of ordered pairs, each thing or each one that's paired up goes together inside of parentheses. For example, with y equals x, whatever the x number is, the y number is the same thing. And you can see that here we have x is negative 1, y is negative 1. X is positive 1, y is positive 1. X is positive 2, y is positive 2. So these two things, the set of ordered pairs and the equation, are the exact same thing. They're just two different ways of showing the same information. A third way that we represent things is with a table. Again, it shows that x is related to y somehow. And it shows which ones are related because they're right across from each other. When x is negative 1, y is negative 1. When x is 2, y is 2, just like it was with the set of ordered pairs. Okay? This information here is the same as this. Another way to show it is with a graph. The graph of that line, the red line going through, is the equation y equals x. I've plotted the points on there to show you that those are the same points that were on the table and that were part of the set of ordered pairs. You can find each point in every one of those three different representations. And then the final way that we show relations is with a mapping. Okay? Mapping is very similar to a table. It's just we have all the x's and the y numbers in order, and then we use arrows to point which thing is related to the other one. Okay? Mappings won't always look where the arrows are just going straight across. If we had a different problem and -1 went with 2 and 2 was 0, then we would have the arrows pointed that way, showing that. Okay? But again, all 5 of these things represent the same information, just in different ways. And this is something that we will have to be able to do. You're going to have to be able to go back and forth. You're going to have to be able to take a set of ordered pairs and turn it into a graph. You're going to have to be able to take a mapping and find an equation. You're going to have to be able to take a table and turn that into a graph. You're going to have to be able to take a graph and turn it into an equation. You're going to have to take an equation and be able to map it. Okay? So since all of these things mean the same thing, we're going to have to be able to go back and forth between them whenever we need to.